or why should men and women adhere to their nature?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple one, man. It's kind of in the question. Like, nature is natural, you go with what's natural, that's from God. So, you know, that's basically all there is to it. Like, whatever their nature is, that's what you're supposed to go towards, I feel like. Can't hear you, bro. You're muted.
I said, did you want to expound anything else on that, or are you good?
I mean, if you have a follow-up, I guess I could go there, but just adhering to their nature, that's, just
Yeah,
going towards what's.
Yeah, so more so, like, why is it more appropriate for men and women to follow, to adhere to their nature, especially in operating in throughout life? Like, why is that important?
I mean, it's just going with nature, like, biologically, men are stronger, and they're the protectors, things like that. Women are, in a lot of cases, more logical and things like that, and they're, kind of take care of, kind of manage a lot of things for their family and things like that. It's just, it's like, like I said, it's in the questions, just going towards nature, what, how we're made, just going towards that.
All right, gotcha. Dwayne, we're moving on to you, man. All right, hit the mute for me, DP. Thank you, sir. Unmute yourself, Dwayne, D-Weezy. All right, so you heard the question. Why should men and women adhere to their nature?
As far as adhering to their nature, you're talking about like gender roles, like outside of a relationship, inside of a relationship. What are we talking? Like just strictly period?
Circumnavigating throughout life. It can be
Okay,
it can be within the confines of a relationship, or
regardless of the context. I feel like a woman is going to be happiest when she's in her element, and her element, her nature, being a nurturer and, helping things grow, caring about things. I don't know if I would say that women are logical creatures, more so emotional, and it's important to be in touch with those emotions too. But I feel like people in general are gonna take more pride in things that are within their nature, as well as be more accustomed to it. It just comes naturally.
All right. Good answer, Wayne. All right, Miss Shanice, unmute yourself, please, darling. All right. Hey, Shanice. Hey, Shanice.
Okay.
All right. Yes, howdy. All right, so same question. Why should men and women adhere to their nature, in your opinion?
Okay. So you're saying why they should play by their roles, right?
Yeah. Why is it more beneficial for men and women to circumnavigate throughout life, adhering to their nature? Yeah. Why would that be the best recourse?
Well, is it the best? Because I don't know. I feel like nowadays, I don't know, women are proving to be more independent than the roles were set. Well, like back then, the woman would cook, stay at home with the kids. I don't know. I feel like nowadays, I feel like there's more women doing things for themselves, being independent. It's not saying that they don't need a male figure or man, but I don't know. I feel like it can go both ways, kind of. I don't know. I feel like a woman could live without, I don't know, a man, and vice versa. Because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's not like that anymore.
So in your opinion though, do you think it would serve both men and women's best interest to adhere to their nature?
In their best interests. I don't think it has to be that way.
Okay, thank you for that response. Okay, Miss Amira, it's on you. Hit that mute button for me, Shanice. Thank you, darling. All right, Miss Amira, you've heard the question. So why do you think men and women should adhere to their nature?
I don't think that men and women should adhere to their nature by socially, because socially, I believe that women and men are inherently savages. I believe that women's nature can be very brutal, very vile, very toxic, and very conniving, honestly. And I think that that's part of being civilized, is getting away from that natural tendency to be so evil, so competitive, so there's so many traits, especially even in men too. Possessiveness, stubbornness, these kind of traits are just, they're naturally inherently us. That's inherent of men. Women's inherent nature is different. So I think that part of being civilized is getting rid of that inherent nature and actually living by a more logical means. Biologically, however, pardon me, I don't know why I'm out of breath. But biologically, however, we have no choice but to live by our nature, because this is who you are. No matter if you're a woman, if you want to live away from your inherent nature, you can't get away from it. You're going to have a period every month. That's, unless you find a way to get rid of it, that you have to deal with it. When it comes to behavior, getting away from that inherent toxicity of our natural way, the natural way we humans are, the natural thing that has actually got us to this point as humanity, the traits in men that they call toxic. Toxic masculinity, correct? The traits in men that were toxic, that are seen as toxic, are the things that actually propelled us into being the safest country that we live in. It's the reason why slavery was ended. It's the reason why we're so comfortable. It's the reason why we have so many inventions. It's because of men's greed, their violent nature, and aggressiveness. Aggression. So no, I don't believe that we should live by our inherent nature. I believe that we should live by a certain code, a certain ethical code, a civilized form of life.
Wow. All right. That was well said. Thank you. All right. Ms. Carisha, unmute yourself, darling, please.
Hello.
All right. Let's hear what you got to say on the question. Why should men and women adhere to their nature?
So I have a little different take than Amira. I feel like our natural nature is to be empathetic to each other, is to be loving to each other. But because of fear and stuff, we adapt these other things. And it depends on what somebody defines as somebody's nature. I feel like, period, point blank, everybody needs to just be themselves. Whatever is genuine to you, whatever is natural, like my natural thing is to be kind to people. I want to help people. And if you're going to be yourself, just be yourself, and then everything's going to be better. That's what I think, at least. I don't think people are naturally evil or conniving, or I don't think that's natural to us. I think that's more of something we pick up because we're trying to protect ourselves or because of fear and things like that. And I do agree that God made us to be ourselves for a reason, and that's what we should be. And that's when everything's going to flow better. That's when everything's going to be better. Relationships are going to be more healthier. It's when you're being yourself, because there's a person for everybody. I am not a typical chick, and there is a man out there for me because I found him, and he knows how to handle all my crazy. So I just feel like, be yourself, if that makes sense. Do that even answer the question?
Yeah, look, you answered exactly the way you intended to. So there's no right or wrongs about this, Amira, did you have a rebuttal to that, or you're good?
Yeah, sure. My rebuttal would be, yes, there are inherent good traits in humans, but we have to admit that there are many bad ones. In fact, I believe the bad ones outweigh the good in the raw human. In a raw human, think about a baby. When a baby is a baby, right? If another kid take his toy away or his lollipop or something, some babies may actually end up fist fighting. They might hit the other baby because they haven't been taught to control themselves yet. The throwing the tempers and all this is our nature. If we hadn't been trained out of that, we would still act like that because that's how cavemen and barbarians acted. Once they were upset, someone died. That's what happens. And it's like, oops, you made me upset, so I had to, stab you in the liver. That's just how it is. But now we've been taught to be so civil. And I think this is another thing, like a lot of humans today, especially women, because women are so protected. I think that a lot of humans today don't realize how brutal and raw real life is because we have been brought up in this tolerance and kindness and share and be nice, and that's not nice, and don't do this. This is what we've been brought up in. So we think that this is natural. It's not.
Yeah, I definitely see the pacification that's been kind of like interspersed in our society today, where it's that everyone gets a trophy, participation award, it's kind of like a repression of our inherent innate instincts. So,